Hello everyone, this is Amrita from Informatica GCS. Today I'm going to explain about how to create a publication in CIH. The agenda for this video will be, I will explain you what is a publication, various publication methods, what is publication mapping, and publication schedules, and finally we'll go with the demo. What is a publication? It is an entity that defines how publication should publish data to CIH. So it defines how to publish the data to a publication repository. Also, we can define the schedule of data publication. Uh, Publications will generally publish data to topics. So a topic here will define the structure to which the data is published. And we can also define multiple publications that can publish to the same topic. Coming to the publication methods, there are various ways like we can use a data integration task or file ingestion task or we can use an API. Uh, Coming to the first one, data integration task, we will define mapping task inside a publication. When you run the publication, it will trigger that mapping task that will transfer the source data to topic on the CIH relational publication repository. So CIH publication repository can be of two types. One is relational and the other is a file store. So if you want to publish data to relational publication repository, we'll generally use either a data ingestion task or an API. If you want to publish data to file store publication repository, we'll use a file ingestion task. So when you define an ingestion task inside a publication, it will trigger a file ingestion task that will transfer the source files as is to the topic on file store publication repository. And API, CIH provides a publish data API. With the help of that, we can publish data to specific topic in relational publication repository. So this is generally for the small transactions. We'll publish to publish a small transactions. We'll generally use a publish data API instead of a data integration task. So coming to publication mapping. So the mapping here involves a source and a target. Source will be anything that IACS supports, any publishing source, and target will be the CIH publication repository. Will need to specify the topic table to which we want to publish data in the target. So after creating a mapping, we'll create a mapping task out of that and we'll use that mapping task inside the publication. So when we run a publication, it will trigger this mapping task that will read the data from the source and publish to the corresponding topic table. Now coming to the publication schedules, for publications that trigger a DI task, the publication schedule defines the frequency of publication. That means how frequently the publication should publish the data to topic tables. And the three ways to start a publication, like we can either use a schedule to start a publication, or we can run the publication manually, or use a REST API to start a publication. These are about the publication schedules, and now we'll go with the demo. So I opened the integration hub in the ISS console. Let me just create a topic to publish the data. Uh, so I'm naming it as topic employee demo and specifying a location to place this topic. And publication repository type. This is basically of two types which I explained it before. So currently I'm using a relational repository type. I just want to use a data integration task to publish the data to this relational publication repository. And I'm leaving the default values for the retention period and topic type. I used incremental load only. Now, to create a topic structure, we have some options. We can create the table uh, either using any of these options, using connection, flat file, metadata file, or a new table. I'm just selecting a flat file. Let me show you the flat file from which I want to create a table. So this is a flat file employee.txt. It is having three columns, ID, name, department, and some values are there inside it. I want to use this flat file to create table from. I'm choosing that flat file here. So I need to give a table name. Employee, I need okay, import column names. I'm importing the column names from line 1. So this is fine. You can load the file to see what's the column names and the data inside it. Now I'm clicking on create. You can see the column names and the table name which I have given. And there are two extra columns that will be created inside the table. One is the instance date, when is the data published to this topic table, and the instance ID. This is the topic. Clicking on save. Now as the topic is created now, I just need to create a mapping and use that mapping task inside the publication to publish data to this topic table. Okay, let me go to integration, data integration, and now I'm creating a mapping. So this is a simple mapping. We have a source and a target, and in the source we can use any connection that IICS supports. For now, I'm just using a flat file connection, and the target should be Cloud Integration Hub repository, publication repository. We need to provide this Cloud Integration Hub as a connection, and we need to select the topic table to which we want to publish data. Source, I'm selecting a flat file. I already have the flat file in this connection, so I'm selecting this one. You can see the field names, ID, name, and department. And in the target, you need to select the Cloud Integration Hub connection. Here, I need to select the object. Object will be the topic table to which I want to load the data. So this is the topic table which we created under topic underscore employee underscore demo. This is the topic name, and employee demo will be the topic table. Selecting this one. You can see the target fields. Now the field mapping, we need to map this fields to the target fields. Can either use a manual or automatic option we can use if the field names are same which are coming from the source. Now this is done. Another thing which we need to do is we need to create a parameter for this connection. uh, yeah, this is done. We can click on validation. As this is a valid, now I'm saving this mapping. Now I'm creating a mapping task for this mapping. Here need to select the runtime environment. Next, as I've given the parameter in the target, I need to choose the connection now. Cloud Integration Hub. So next, so on the next tab, schedule, leave the default values and can select execution mode as verbose so that we can check in the logs if we want to see how the data is being passed. This is it. can click on finish. Now the mapping task is also created. Now we can go configure a new publication in the CIH. Before creating a publication, we need to create an application first. Application is like an entity in your organization, like which wants to communicate with other applications. We can say uh, sales application or finance application, which wants to communicate with other applications. Like it can act as a container for publications and subscriptions. And application can publish data to a topic as well as it can subscribe the data from a topic. So we can create an application already exists. Demo. I'm saving this application. From here itself, we can add a publication and create a new publication. Let me name it as application employee demo and mode. So in the mode, we have either enable or disable option. For the publication to run using a schedule or a REST API, it needs to be in enable state. If we have selected disable, we can only run this publication by running it manually from the explore page. This is about the mode. We can select enable for now. And publication method, so we have these many options like as discussed in the presentation. We can either publish data using data integration task or file ingestion task or with an API. Now as we have created a data integration task, I'm selecting this and application will be this. Topic will be the one we have created before, topic employee demo, and task will be the one which created in the data integration, which is mapping task 12, which is in this location, mapping task 12. Here batch size indicates number of records that CIH able to write to the publication repository in a single records. This is the batch size that we can define here. And coming to the scheduling part, we have the options to either trigger this manually or we can use a schedule option. So manually, no schedule. So here as well, we can either run it manually or using an API, or you can either run manually or run using an API. For this, we need to use a REST API that starts the publication. Otherwise, we can select by schedule. So the schedule will trigger this publication based on the things that we configure here. We can configure publication to run every n minutes or hourly or daily basis, whatever that we want. We can choose it here, and whatever days that we want publication to run, we can select that as well. And the time range, if we want to run it for the whole day or between these hours only, we can configure that, and the time zone. So I'm selecting manual trigger for now. This is all about the publication. Once we click on save, this publication will be added to this application. Here we have an option to run this publication. As this is the manual run that we are doing, we can either run it manually or we can use a REST API to start this publication. As we have selected this option right in the publication, so I'm just running this manually. You can see publication started successfully, and in the events page we can see the status of this publication. You can see the event status is complete now. We can download the session log. You can see what data has been passed to the topic table. You can see that from the source we are receiving this records, and it has been pushed to this target topic employee demo. Employee demo is the table name. can see the data is pushed to this topic table. So this is all about the publication. You can see how we can configure a subscription to subscribe data from this topic table. In the coming video, how to create a subscription. By this we come to the end of this video. For any information, you want more details on publication, you can go through the below documentation link. Would love to hear your feedback. You can provide your feedback using below options. Thank you for watching this video.